ladies. I'm here in Ubud, Bali, currently running my first ever international retreat. So while they've all gone off into their cocoon time, I like to call it, when they can just go and have free time for a couple of hours, I've decided to get out the camera amongst this beautiful rain that we're having and shoot some content for you to help you be inspired. And one of those things I think that comes up for me, especially with the Love Tank series, is this element of retreat. Okay, so it's all lovely and well for those of us that can afford and afford the time and the finances to come on retreat. But sometimes forgetting that, in fact, we can retreat at home, we can retreat within and through the yoga practice. So use this beautiful setting and this backdrop, and let's talk about our home. Let's talk about how we can set up a retreat in our home. So let's use a beautiful yogic principle, which is the yoga and the visualization. And please, for me, I want you to close down your eyes and bring into your mind's eye, please, your home, where you reside. Okay, the fence, perhaps there's a fence or not. Maybe a driveway, maybe it's an apartment or a house, but into the space. So as soon as you open that door, shut the door behind you, and first of all, you'll get a sense of how it feels to be home. Notice your other senses, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're smelling, what you can touch, what you can sense. The spatial awareness we talk about through yoga. You know, when we learn to do something and bring the hands together and that sort of thing, it's also teaching us spatial awareness wherever we are. Maybe we'll expand that to have spatial awareness to know what's happening in other rooms when we're not in them, around the community. And that goes bigger and above and beyond. More on that another time. Let's come back into our home setting. And I'm going to ask you this question. On a scale of 1 to 5, how content are you with your home right now? That's all. 1 to 5. On a scale of 1 to 5, how content are you with your home right now? See, the home is one of the sections of my Love Tank, and it's such a, because it's all based around our home and shelter and our foundation. You know, it's where we wake up in the morning. It's where we rest. It's where we turn inwards. It can be family and connection, means so many things. But it's important that if our home is right, everything else then can work itself out. But it does start with the home. Home, you know, they always say home is where the heart is and that sort of thing. But let's get this area right. Yeah, it's the I am. I am. Okay, so you're looking at your home. You've now given yourself a score from 1 to 5, how content you are with your home. And I want you then to look at your home and look into all the vast areas of elements of your home that you can change and love. It might be colour schemes. It doesn't have to be something that you spend money on, okay? So it might be the way it's decorated. It might be the way the furniture is sitting. Yeah. It might be perhaps some new rules that you need to implement in your household, whether you're living with yourself or with others, about doing the dishes at night. You know, do we want to have the dishes done and cleared away and wipe the bench so that we can start afresh in the morning? And what are our rules around the towels and where we're leaving them? Where is that space, you know, where I can stop, drop and meditate at any time? In my bedroom, is it cluttered? Yeah, and the cluttering, what we call, you know, in our yoga practice, and more on this another time, but when we are cluttered, our minds are cluttered. You know, they say you can judge a person by their car and then by their house, yeah? If you're looking around a whole lot of mess, maybe it's time for some clearing, of sorts for you. Maybe we're looking at our closet and noticing, when did we last wear that outfit? Yeah, do I love it? Do I need it? Am I wearing it? Can I give it away to someone? Yeah, where they say in with the new and out with the old. So try to. I know I try to. You don't always remember to, of course. When we make a new purchase of something, and to let go of something else. So here's our home. We're looking at the closet, we're looking at the cleanliness, we're looking at how cluttered the space is, we're looking at rules around dishes and a roster of when things get done. Perhaps you want to look at the backyard and the outdoor area as well. If there is one, maybe you'd like some plants around your space. What are the things that you love? Or even better, take yourself into a desirable home or a location, or imagine just opening a page to a magazine. What do you see that really resonates with you? It might be colours or something that, simplicity. Yeah. So how can we bring more of that into our home? Okay, so that's sort of in the physical stuff. Then you've got things like music and television. For goodness sakes, turn that thing off. It's so distracting. Okay, it's a distraction. It's taking us away from the present. Not to mention a whole lot of other things that's filling into our brains. But what about beautiful music? Sacred Earth is one that I use so often in my films and DVDs, and a local group to the Sunshine Coast where I reside. They've got so many albums. They're so beautiful to have playing at home. Okay, when I'm at my home, what are my home practices? Yeah, I've got this, maybe my routine with when I'm oil pulling. These are all things I'll talk about with cleanliness and our system and honouring our temples, but we're going to honour our homes as well. But what are these regimes that I have in place for myself? Okay, am I getting up and saluting the sun in the morning? Am I doing some yoga? Am I just meditating? Do I just take 1 minute before the rest of the household wakes up? Just 1 minute for me to set an intention for the day ahead. Okay, because when we wake up, we set ourselves up for that day ahead. I'm awake. Am I still holding on to something from the night? Maybe reflect on your dreams. Keep a journal next to the bed. What do you want to implement in your house? These are some of my ideas. You'll have your own. Feel free to comment and get in touch and let me know what works for you as well. So home, just keep exploring this concept of home, because we can neglect so many areas of our life, and then we wonder why we're out of balance. Yeah, we wonder why we don't really love being at home, so we'd rather go out for dinner, but maybe it's because we haven't made our home a beautiful space. Maybe there's something toxic in the household that needs to go, whether that is people. Or maybe we need to learn to manage our energy. So, because obviously, I was talking about this only in retreat today, that what do we do with toxic people? And someone said to me, oh, you've got to let them go. And yeah, you do have to let them go. You've got to steer clear from the energy vampires and that sort of thing. However, that's not always easy, especially when you're living with, or your family, or whatever it might be, colleagues that you're working with. They are around you, and you can't just send them off away. But what we can do is manage how we turn up, how we respond. And I like to imagine myself as like bright, healing, protective light around me. So other people's stuff doesn't actually affect me. And that's taken a long time to learn to do that. And that's definitely, I've got yoga to thank for that. So maybe you can bring some of those elements into your home as well. So yogis, there's just a little snapshot. Let's have a look at our homes throughout this week and see what we can do. I'm going to share more content on things that have worked for me. Start collecting things that are beautiful, picture frames perhaps of people, shells, plants, bring some life into the house, play your music, and retreat every day.